What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty here. I try to really amp this game up because this is really a great one. I was working on making a preview video for you guys to post as a video before I did the stream, but the video actually literally ended up taking me 4 hours plus to make, and I was literally able to get it done 10 minutes before I started this stream. That's a big reason why I pushed it back, but I really wanted to get that out to you guys because there was a lot of work put in on this thing. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that out to you guys. Did not want that to go to waste. It's pretty much just going to be a preview heading into this game, so you guys can get an in-depth breakdown. Give me your thoughts on who you guys think is going to win, what you think the predictions, what the score is going to be, and everything like that, man. But we got a great game. Number 6 Baylor taking on Oklahoma, number 4 ranked team in the country. It's currently at the bottom of that playoff spot in the college series. But man, this is a huge game. Big 12 matchup, conference game right here on the line for both teams. Hey, I'm not going to do too much breaking down. I'm going to let the preview do it, and then I'll see what you guys think during the chat. I won't respond while it's going on. I'll turn my mic on once it's over. But man, this is going to be a great game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And after that, let's get out onto the field, man. What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty here with something new to bring to you guys. I'm going to try to see if I can do this every week for the game of the week. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a game of the week preview. As you can see here, Baylor taking on Oklahoma later on in a few hours here tonight. Should make for a great Big 12 matchup. Two powerhouses going at it. Both teams coming in here at 2-1 on the season. One's going to fall to 500. The other going to be improving to 3-1 on the year. But with that being said, let's go ahead and break down these two teams before we get into action. Let's first get a look at this Baylor offense, usually a unit that's on fire, averaging 388 yards per game, but against Clemson last week, only 291 yards. Baylor's offense got shut down in a big way as they were only able to put up 3 points total in the first 3 quarters in that 29-16 loss to the Clemson Tigers. Looking at the run game of Baylor, Baylor only had 94 yards rushing against Clemson, and granted, not a bad number technically for running yards. I mean, this is usually their bread and butter, and only 66 of those yards were accounted for by Cody Carter.
Carter just pounding away, man, trying to get something going here. Defense being very, very stingy.
But it wasn't just the run game that struggled more than usual. Tyler Maul had one of his roughest games, going 13-22 for 208 yards, 0 touchdowns, and an interception.
And it's gonna be a snatchy! Oh boy!
Maul just seemed to be off throughout the entire game as he missed a lot of wide open targets.
It was wide open. Oh man, it overthrows him.
Despite Baylor's offense not performing too well, Oklahoma, even though they've been highly overshadowed by their offense, didn't do too great either last week as they gave up 284 passing yards. Not too bad, but of course giving up 3 touchdowns along with that was pretty rough. And a struggling run offense by Mississippi State. They were able to give up some big runs to Johnny Louisfields. I formation. Here goes a draw. Nice blocking, and there goes Louisfields for a first down, breaking the tackle off to the races. And he's to the 40, taken down at the 36. Oklahoma's defense gives up 375 yards and 25 points per game. But due to how great the offense is at averaging close to 40 at 3.86, they haven't been a focal point of discussion. All I have to say to Baylor, though, is they were to make sure they don't sleep on this defensive front line. They did a great job of generating pressure last week against Mississippi State, totaling up 5 sacks. Pressure is coming, and he can't throw it down the field. That's going to be a sack. Talking about defense, man, Baylor known to be one of the better defensive teams in the college series. But last week against Clemson, gave up 445 yards of total offense, 200 of those yards on the ground. It was the Brandon Fecky show as he rushed for 135 yards against this defense, which leads you to question how well are they actually going to be able to do against Daryl Johnson if they're giving up that big of a number against a quarterback that he's got skill but not Daryl Johnson.
Across the 20, looking for blocks. Juke move, fighting all the way down.
And it didn't stop there either. We already know Daryl Johnson, a dual threat quarterback. Well, Brandon Fecke, on top of the 135 yards, was able to also throw 3 passing touchdowns.
Fecke looking fire in the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
But don't get it twisted. Baylor is still called the Bad News Bears for a reason, as they didn't make it easy at all for Clemson to be able to get down the field and score.
Looking fires, and it's going to be a snatchy. Blueberry with an interception.
But the final piece to talk about in this matchup is Oklahoma's offense. Oklahoma has been able to put up 500 plus yards of total offense in 2 back-to-back weeks, totaling up 1,069 yards. Of course, the driving factor of this offense is star quarterback Daryl Johnson. Last week, he was 35 of 40 for 335 passing yards and a passing touchdown.
Here goes a shot to the end zone. Touchdown to Drew Blaze.
The week before, he threw for over 500 yards with 503, and that totaled up over 800 yards passing in just 2 weeks at 838 yards. The most dangerous aspect of Daryl Johnson's play is his ability to scramble outside of the pocket. Last week against Mississippi State, he had 101 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in that game.
5 for him on him here on 3rd down. Looks the pass, takes off, no spy to the end zone. 2 rushing touchdowns. Daryl Johnson.
He's got 261 rushing yards so far in the season with 3 total touchdowns. And man, if they give, like I said, 135 rushing yards given up to Brandon Fecke, if they give up that type of performance to Daryl Johnson, it's going to be a long day for those Bears. But another thing about this offense which makes it so difficult is you don't only got to worry about the run game of Daryl Johnson, you got to worry about the run game of Trey Sermon in the backfield. Last week, 18 carries for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns.
They're just showing mercy. He's going to run the football, but to the end zone for a touchdown. Sermon running through Bulldogs, and that's 2 consecutive weeks.
And might I add again to watch out for this passing game, as Banks and Blaze have just absolutely been shredding it deep down the field for Daryl Johnson, as they combined for a total of 6 touchdowns in the past 2 weeks. So what do you guys predict the final score to be? I predict it to be 33-31 in favor of Oklahoma. Let us know in the chat who you guys got winning. We'll find out shortly. See you guys out onto the field. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That took me literally over 4 hours to do. I had to get all those stats and everything. I'm trying to make sure to do that for the game of the week every week, because that was fire. I definitely want to make sure to do that to boost up the presentation. But hey, I did enough breaking it down. Let's get ready for a game. Big 12 matchup. Number 6 Baylor versus number 4 Oklahoma. Who you got in the chat? I'll see you guys out onto the field. And so you hear it, and you know what time it is in the RFL. That means it's game day. Big 12 matchup, conference game on the way. Baylor taking on Oklahoma. Should make for a great game, that's for sure. Man, Daryl Johnson going at it here. Can he put up another spectacular performance here to keep his team in the top 4? We're here at, I believe this is Baylor Stadium. I should have looked that up before the game, but I did put it in the post. I just completely blinked my mind. But Baylor coming out in the all-whites, green helmets. And you see Oklahoma coming out in their traditional home uniforms, ready for action. It's going to be a huge game. A lot of big prospects here in this one. We already talked about and saw the breakdown from earlier coming into this game from that preview. Daryl Johnson is going to be the man to stop here for Baylor. Can they take out the ultimate dual threat currently right now in college football in the RFL College Series? And he looks like he's going to be getting the ball to start this game as well. As the ball's on the tee, Oklahoma getting ready to receive this one. Let's go ahead and pay those bills, as Rob likes to say, and get ready for game day. Final game of week 4, game of the week. Daryl Johnson on the sideline warming up, getting ready for his first offensive possession. Guy was an absolute monster and has been an absolute monster so far at the start of this season. Can Baylor bounce back after their loss last week against Clemson? Final score was 29-16. Shout out to everyone who is watching this live right now. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Relocation Football League for some more action. Game is now underway as the kick is sailed down the field. Oklahoma going to field this one at the 5. And a spin move is going to get him down at the 33. This will be the final game played on arcade mode. And so you could expect some high scoring, especially with this man controlling the offense. Daryl Johnson, star quarterback. This offense, as from the preview breakdown, over 500 yards in 2 back-to-back weeks. Can they do it against this Baylor Bears defense? Rob likes to call them the Bad News Bears. Let's see if they can bring some bad news to Daryl Johnson in this offense. First down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line. Shotgun. In the first play, a counter run play with Sermon. Jump cut. And is going to be rustled backwards. He'll pick up 3 yards. Tackle made there by John Fowler. Let's get a look at this Oklahoma offense in depth. As you see the offensive line here, this is the group that has been able to put up a lot of yards and a lot of points. Watch out for Banks and Blaze, those wide receivers. As I mentioned, 6 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. And they like to go deep. Daryl Johnson, sure enough, loves to sling it as well. So this defensive secondary of Baylor better be ready. Play action, Daryl Johnson with a throw into the flats. Juke move trying to get up the field. And that will be a short gain of maybe a yard or 2. Good job so far by the Bears defense. Here's a look at them. Lynch, Forbes, Hall, Woodson on the D-line. At linebacker, we got Williams, Reed Jr., and Fowler. Very tough linebacking core right there. Settle, Stubbs II, Barry Hill, and Jarrett. One of the highest committed colleges by community members in this college series. Just a team that blew up on the scene out of nowhere. Supposed to be Boise State. All went to go play for Baylor and then some. 3rd and 6. Daryl Johnson throws one deep down the field, and it's going to be caught by Drew Blaze. Starting out the game with a bang, 53 yards to Drew Blaze. This was exactly what I was talking about, the deep strike ability of this offense and these receivers. How Blaze was even able to catch up over top of Settle to make this play is just nothing short of amazing. And that's just pure confidence in your receiver to make the play and beat the defense. That was fantastic. First down and 10. Oklahoma looking to throw here. Daryl Johnson, completion. And he'll be shut down at the 4-yard line as he connects that one out to Nick Baskin. Yeah, he absolutely threw an absolute Skittles taste of rainbow pass right there. That went way into the air. Beautiful arch. Enough height to put it right over the defender. You couldn't have asked for a better ball than that. Pistol formation, they'll run it here, and Sermon is going to be rustled in the backfield. Already a great start for John Fowler as he has a tackle for loss. Already 2 tackles here in this game in the opening drive. And that's a great play right there by Fowler. This is a guy you just cannot afford to let free off the edge.
because he's a big-time playmaker on that defensive side of the ball. He's forced fumbles, I believe. The week before they played Clemson, he forced 2 fumbles. Big-time hitter. Him and Jacob Reed, the heart and soul of this Baylor Bears defense. And here they go, dual back offense. They're going to throw it to the end zone. It's going to be caught by Dawson Banks. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the main guys that I spoke about before coming into this game making big plays on the opening drive. Drew Blaze on the 53-yard catch, and Dawson Banks to finish it off on the slant for the touchdown to put the Sooners up first. Exactly what we were expecting out of this game. Offense looking to put on a show like they did and have been doing so far this entire season. Conference play, this is a huge game. And the extra point is good. 7-0 is the score. Shout out to the RFL community. If you haven't already, make sure to check us out at relocationfootballleague.com. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more RFL action and content. We've also got Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Shoot, we even got a TikTok. I posted on there today about this game. Got a few likes. I think I got 5. We're not really buzzing there on that social media avenue right there. But, hey, still putting the word out there about the RFL. You should too. You should join us today. Got the high school apps even available right now for this upcoming year. And here goes the kickoff. Baylor going to come out here on offense after this return. It's going to be Ty Gooden, shy of the 25-yard line. This was an offense, as I talked about, that struggled a bit last week. And the leader at quarterback here, Tyler Mull, he cannot afford to play like he did against Clemson. A lot of missed passes. These guys were even 3 of 9 on third down conversions. They've got to do a better job of making plays. He's got to do a better job of being accurate and taking advantage of every opportunity that this defense gives him. Talked about this defense also of Oklahoma. Oklahoma's defense, I mean, despite as great as this team is, I mean, they give up 25 points per game. That ain't that great. But as you can see from the offensive drive, first offensive drive for Oklahoma, they were able to punch it in. Here goes a run, and that's a good tackle, able to bring them down at the 28. Cody Carter on the carry. We'll get a look at the rest of the offense here. As, like I said, looking to bounce back from last week's loss against Clemson. 2-1. Looking to improve to 3-1. Already down 7. Oklahoma coming out flexing their muscle, as Rob likes to say, showing off the guns in that flashy offense. Baylor's going to have to do the same. We know they got some playmakers, that's for sure. On the offensive side of the ball, shotgun here. Mull, his first pass of the game, throwing it into the flats to Solon, and he is quickly wrapped up and brought down for a gain of just a yard. That's Radley Howes on the tackle. And we'll get a look at this defense as we got Perkins, Gallimore, and Hughes on the D-line. White, Murray, Kelly, and Thompson at the linebacking core. And at defensive back, Lowry, Radley Howes, Fields, and Brown. Big third down here. Baylor had Oklahoma in a similar situation, and they were able to convert. Let's see if Baylor can do the same. 4-man rush, and he's going to be taken down for a sack. That's Perkins, and that'll bring up 4th down. Oklahoma off to an amazing start. Tyler Mull just cannot locate anyone down the field here. And the woes continues. As I talked about, Oklahoma last week against Mississippi State, able to generate 5 sacks. In that preview, I talked about Baylor cannot afford to hang on to that ball long. This defensive line does a great job of generating pressure, as you saw right there. And the opening drive, a 3-and-out for Baylor. Fair catch called. The offense going to get started at the 35. That's Brown fielding the punt there. He had a kick return for a touchdown as well. And this high-flying Oklahoma offense back out onto the field. Darrell Johnson able to punch it in. One passing touchdown on the opening drive. Had a big pass deep down the field to Drew Blaze for 53 yards. This offense is feeling it right now, and so is the defense. To come out like this, I mean, this is a lot of momentum to start the game.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. 3 out.
Pistol formation, Darrell Johnson looking to throw. And he's going to take off up the middle of the field. Juke move, and he fumbles. It's going to be recovered by Baylor, and he leaps in the air, taken down at the 42-yard line. First mistake for Darrell Johnson. And this can change the tide of the game. That is going to be Jacob Reed on the forced fumble. It's going to be picked up by submitted cornerback prospect Samaj Jarrett. It was a good move he put there, but usually he is one of the most safest and secure dual threat quarterbacks when it comes to scrambling. You typically see him slide more than others, but right there, I guess feeling a little bit too amped up, thinking he could take the contact, but Jacob Reed, one of the better linebackers in this RFL College Series, and he brings it right there, puts a hand on the ball, forces the fumble, and now just like that, Baylor with excellent field position to be able to drive down the field to tie this game up.
Set, ready? 15-1. 15-1.
Bunch formation to the right side. Mull going to look to pass. It goes a throw. That's off the target. Still looking a bit like he did last week there in that game against Clemson. And that was wide open. You got to be able to complete that simple hitch route. Got to put it there. Try to lead him inside into the space, I assume, from where that ball went. Counter run play. Great blocking. Trying to jump out to the outside. But this Oklahoma defense is actually doing a pretty good job for a team that gives up 375 yards a game. They've definitely made it tough for Baylor to make plays. They have not given up a first down yet. Weren't able to convert on third down. Last time they were sacked. That was Tyler Mull. Emptying out the backfield here, though. And holding on to the ball. Shot over the middle of the field. That's Solon, the tight end, for a first down at the 23-yard line. 2 for 3 for Mull. And Solon, he's just a big body tight end, and he's almost an impossible tight end to stop from catching the ball. Granted, that time he was wide open. Ran a nice route, I believe, against zone defense, and Radley Howes just wasn't in position to be able to stay on him. It's a good pass. First down, first down for the Bears.
8-3.
Crowd getting a little amped here. Tight formation with the receivers. Stepping up in the pocket, looking to throw to the sideline, and that's going to be off the hands of Solon. It's a good pass, but they had 2 receivers in the same area. I guess they got confused on who the ball was going to. Solon still tried to catch the ball, but maybe the receiver in his area threw him off, couldn't concentrate on the football. Incomplete, second down and 10 now. Mull looking to pass, pressure in his face as he throws to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted by Oklahoma. Great defense. 3rd and 10. Right now, I'm kind of impressed by Oklahoma's defense. They are really coming out here ready to play some ball. Granted, the offense did just give them terrible field position to work with. They are really making it hard still for Baylor. And playing hard-nosed defense. Stepping up in the pocket here. Throws to the end zone again, and it's going to be dropped out of the hands of Jake Winkleman. So 2 back-to-back drops on what I would say were perfect passes. And look at this. He could have had a foot in bounds, but not sure what happened there. It went right through his hands. He threw that one right to the corner of the pylon. Couldn't come up with the catch. Now they're going to have to settle for 3 here. Should be an easy chip shot as this will be a 40-yarder from the 23-yard line. The kick is up, and it's good. Baylor at least getting on the board as Mayers, gets them 3. Saying wide receiver selling, man. That was 2 pretty bad drops right there. Daryl Johnson getting ready for his 3rd offensive possession. Rough fumble last time. He's going to have to do what he usually does, and that's just slide and avoid contact. As great as they were moving, that might have shut down most of their momentum that they had at the start of this game, but the defense for Oklahoma still keeping it with another great stop to keep Baylor out of the end zone. They'll field this one from the 5. Brown wrestled down at the 26, and we'll get a look at DJ again. Guess we already got him a nickname. Rob calls him The Rock. He is definitely the rock of this offense. Gave up the rock, though, fumbling the football last time out onto the field. You can see Dawson Banks right here acting like he's the quarterback in the huddle. Had a receiving touchdown, the only touchdown right now in the game. Daryl Johnson now in that huddle discussing this next play. This offense, man, still high flying like it is in real life with Lincoln Riley and those guys. Huge play, especially with this type of quarterback. Daryl Johnson, quick throw, and that's going to be off the mark. Rarely see that. That's his first incomplete pass of the day. Hopefully he's not rattled off that fumble that he had the last possession, but he is not known to be a quarterback to be rattled so easily. He wasn't even rattled in their first loss in the first game of the season against Ohio State in that 23-17 loss. It's going to take a lot. Here goes a run, and Sermon's going to be bottled up and taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard on the play. That's going to be James Lynch on the tackle. Try to go with a little bit of a delayed handoff, and that didn't work, as the outside edge rushers just aren't getting blocked. Third and 11 for Daryl Johnson in the Sooners. Looking to throw, 3-man rush, so he's got all day. Another bomb deep down the field, and it's going to be broken up, almost intercepted. Great defense by Baylor. If I was Oklahoma, I'm taking those shots too. It worked out before, 53-yarder. He's throwing those moon balls deep down the field. Putting great arches on it too for his receivers to try to make a play, but Drew Blaze couldn't make the catch that time. That was great defense by the safety Stubbs. Excellent job punching that out too, as he had possession of it. Almost thought that was going to be an interception too. Great defense. Punt this one away. Straight down the middle of the field, and he's got more than enough space to be able to work with something. Nice juke move, but it doesn't fake out the defender. It's Ty Gooden on the return. And we'll get a look at Baylor's offense again. Still a little bit struggling. Had excellent field position at the 42-yard line after a forced fumble by their defense, but were not able to capitalize with 6. Got 3 instead. At least they got some points. Looking to see them call some bigger and better plays here on this drive. I formation. Handoff. And there goes Cody Carter trying to get what he can against this defense. But once again, Oklahoma, they came ready to play some defense here today. Trying to hold it down here at home. Our only loss was at home against Ohio State in that game that I mentioned earlier. They'll motion Winkleman into the formation. Here goes a pitch to the outside, and Cody Carter, he's got the space. Does he have the first down? It looked like he does. They'll say inches. What a tackle by Fields. Just stopping him. from moving the chains and the way that this Oklahoma defense has been looking, well, that could be scary. They're doing a pretty good job on Cody Carter right now.
70, Indy.
They're going to look to spread it out here. And here goes Maul over the middle. That's going to be caught for a first down by Cody Carter. So that's going to catch Oklahoma's defense off guard. Lining up their running back Carter in the slot. And running a slant, makes a nice catch. And gets the first down. I think he hauled that in with one hand too. First down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Tyler Mull setting his feet, looking to throw. He's got pressure. Held well, though, by the offense. This is going to be a throw to the sideline and a beautiful catch for a first down. That was a perfect throw by Tyler Mull. Two drops earlier on in the last possession. And that time, Winkleman holding on with a beautiful sideline catch. Able to loft that one right over the head of the defender. Baylor looking to try to march down the field and take the lead with a touchdown here if they can get it. Shotgun. Play action. Looking to throw again. Deep to the end zone. Intercepted by Oklahoma. What a play. That's going to be a turnover at the 20-yard line. Fields, who came up with an amazing tackle earlier today, comes up with an amazing interception. And he looked to me as if he had a foot in bounds. Look at this, over the top. He had 2 feet in. Incredible interception. Pat Fields with a great turnover. Let's get those snatchies in the chat. Wow. Beautiful throw on the previous play. Try to be a little bit aggressive with that throw, and Oklahoma made him pay for it. And those guys literally went through a brick wall. That's crazy. Can't afford to let this offense get opportunities to continue to get out onto the field, that's for sure. You already see they're not afraid to take those shots. And here they go, fake end-around play. And Sermon shut down behind the line of scrimmage. Doing a great job against him tonight. 4 carries, -2 yards. $18 carries last week for 91 yards, had 2 rushing touchdowns. A much tougher defense they're facing here. It's Jacob Reed on the initial contact. And now a 2nd and 11. Shotgun here as he awaits the snap, looking to throw to the sideline, and that's actually beyond the sideline, incomplete. There was great coverage, could not squeeze that one in. Darrell Johnson with his 3rd incomplete pass so far today. Baylor, they got a tougher defensive back unit than Mississippi State had, and Tennessee. Those are 2 teams they really aired it out against. Looking for a first down here. That's going to be broken up. Incomplete. Excellent defense by Stubbs. 2nd time he's broken up a pass, this time out of the hands of Dawson Banks. So for this to be on arcade right now, this is actually shaping up to be some good plays on the football. This is shaping up to be a really good game. Rarely see the pass breakups on 2-man animations on arcade, but happens there. 2nd time by Stubbs, making great plays. Punt this one once again deep down the middle of the field. He's got no blockers out in front of him. Going to have to make someone miss. Can't. And is brought down at the 30. So an interception thrown by Tyler Mull. That was his exact stat line in terms of touchdowns to interception ratios last week. Did not throw any touchdowns and had one interception.
On the set.
First down and 10. Four-man rush. Tyler Mull looking to throw one deep, hit as he throws. He's got him beat, and it's still going to be caught by Jack Winkleman. Unbelievable. These teams just airing it out. Play was made on the ball, and he still had the concentration to catch the ball. I can't believe that Tyler Mull was even able to get that pass off. It was underthrown. And he still makes this catch. You can see Norwood beat, swats the ball down, but he swats it in the direction of Winkleman, and he makes the catch.
Come on, set. 60 out.
And so now Baylor with an opportunity for the lead. Split back formation as he looks to throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. It's Winkleman again. Couldn't haul in the touchdown catch last time when they had to settle for a field goal. He hauls it in right there, and Brandon Jones amping him up. What a drive. Don't underestimate the speed and big playability by Winkleman. That is a big-time playmaker at the receiver position. They're going to challenge to see, well, not challenge, the booth's going to review to see if he had a foot in bounds. I believe he did from the angles they showed. And yeah, that's a foot. That's at least a foot down off the catch. He makes the catch right there, and he drags the back foot, so that's 2. Great catch by Winkleman. And it's going to stand, of course. Crowd not happy about it. Oklahoma not happy about it. The fake Lincoln Riley is not happy about it. And here goes the extra point to put them up by 3. As the kick, it's good. 10-7 is the scores. They go 71 yards in 2 plays. And in both of those plays, Tyler Mull was able to strike it to Jake Winkleman. Oklahoma loses the lead. They got out to a really hot start and scored on their opening possession. Got a 3-and-out on the defense side of the ball, but the fumble is kind of what turned the momentum a bit here in this game. Daryl Johnson's been consistently trying to make big plays with his receivers, who has been reliable. And he had a few, like I said, on the opening drive. But this Baylor defensive secondary is coming up huge. Jukmu going to run him into a pile as he's brought down at the 28. 50 seconds left in the first, and man, what an amazing first quarter this has been. This game living up to the hype, that's for sure. Daryl Johnson in the huddle here, trying to figure out what to call here and what to do against these Bad News Bears. Pistol formation, spreading out the field, and they'll run it here with Sermon, who's been struggling today, and the struggles continues as he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2 yards by James Lynch. That's his second tackle for loss here tonight. And they're trying to get Sermon involved in the run game. You can see just a great job washing the lineman to the outside, making sure that he had that outside still contained. It's a great wrap-up tackle. And Lynch has made a lot of big plays for Baylor this year. Another pistol formation.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
No They'll run it again with Sermon, who gets destroyed. Forced fumble by Jacob Reed. It's recovered by James Lynch, and it's Baylor football. This Baylor defense coming out making plays tonight. That is Jacob Reed with his second forced fumble in this game. Look at him coming full speed up the middle of the field in between the linemen and just nails Trey Sermon. What a hit. Offensive Baylor looking to try to take a 2-possession lead. Second time they get blessed with great field position, this time here at the 20, setting up the screen, and it's going to be Cody Carter trying to hit the juke move down at the 16. Clock hits 0, and that is the end of what I might say was one of the most exciting first quarters of a game that I have seen so far in this college series. There's been a lot of exciting games, but this game right here, that's just one quarter in the books. We got 3 more left to go as they still continue to show the instant replay there on that. Yeah, the end of the first. 7-10 is the score. Number 6 Baylor taking on number 4 Oklahoma. Game looking great. Baylor turning it up now here. Big time Big 12 matchup between these two teams. I formation. Maul looking to throw. And there goes an interception. Oklahoma. Brown. It's a foot race. Can he outrun Maul to the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 88 yards on the interception. And look at the break on the football. Didn't put enough zip on that pass to squeeze it in, and Oklahoma takes the lead with this pick six. This game is incredible. Trey Brown with the break, man. That was amazing. Oklahoma back on top with the lead. That's 2 interceptions for Tyler Maul so far here in this one. And this is literally still on arcade. That is crazy. You rarely see any of what's going on right now in arcade. But for this to be the last game on arcade, it is playing to perfection. If you're seeing these plays on arcade like this, I can't wait till we get on Sim Pro. That's gonna be crazy. (14-10) is the score. Sooners with an offensive touchdown and a defensive touchdown, getting that momentum back that they had since the opening drive. And so the kick is off down the field. Baylor going to field it at the 3. It's Ty Gooden. Brought down at the 28-yard line. The offense will get out onto the field here once again after that pick 6 for 88 yards. Thrown by Tyler Maul. His second interception of the day. Cody Carter, 16 yards so far for 4 carries today. Still a pretty good average there. It's averaging exactly 4 yards per carry, but this Oklahoma defense, I still feel it's been doing a pretty good job against him. It's not been offering him many lanes to run through.
Down, 30 base.
First down and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. Strong formation with a tight end off the line to the right. And a throw into the flats. That's going to be caught. A broken tackle. Juke move and brought down from behind down at the 33-yard line. Very explosive play right there by the tight end, picking up 5 yards on the play. And that was Henley right there with his first reception.
On the ready. Team, you ain't going nowhere. Snap.
3rd and 5. Shot down the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught by Sullen, their go-to playmaker.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Sullen, 25-yard reception right there. Great ball by Tyler Maul, and that's one thing about Tyler Maul. When you look at his play, you look at the film on this kid, he's got the ability to make those pro-like throws. You can see right there, that wasn't an easy throw to make. Squeeze that into the second, in between the second and third level, in between 3 defenders. So that was a really good squeeze on the pass. But you've seen the inconsistencies with him. And you've seen some of that here today, especially with those interceptions. The 1st and 10. They're going to throw again. This is going to be caught for a 1st down by Ty Gooden on the hook. 1st and 10 at the 31. Shout out to the RFL community. We are over 40 strong watching here live. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Relocation Football League for more action. Here goes a quick throw over the middle of the field, taken down at the 24-yard line. After today, tomorrow, we've got our weekly RFL podcast, of course, to break down this amazing week. And then we start week 5 on Thursday. And midway through the season, getting here before you know it, just 2 weeks away. Empty set, looking to throw. That's wide open, going to be caught for a 1st down. Inside the 10. That's Brandon Jones on the reception. And that's his first catch. Good for 15 yards. It's just a wide open slant here on the left side of the field as the Sooners were in zone defense. I formation. Let's see if they give it to Carter here. Still only 4 carries today. Here he is to the outside. Some key blocks, trying to juke, and is taken down at the 6. Still good defense by Oklahoma. It looked like Baylor had that edge sealed for a minute. Good job getting off the blocks and getting there to Carter to hold him short.
Here we go. Chain 2 stop.
There is nobody lined up over Ty Gooden in the slot right now. But they run it, and he's breaking tackles, trying to get into the end zone down at the 2-yard line. One more chance to try to punch it in here. Baylor looking for the lead. Ball at the 2-yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Switch up.
He might hand it off to Carter again. No, they're going to look to pass. Wide open over the middle of the field. Baylor takes the lead again. It's Brandon Jones with the one-hand reception. That is about the 3rd or 4th lead change already in this first half. These two Big 12 rivals are going at it. The extra point for the 3-point lead again is good. 17-14 is the score with a little over 8 minutes left to go in this first half. This has been an amazing first half of play between two teams who we expected to make big plays here tonight. I predicted the score to be 33-31 in favor of Baylor. That might not end up being correct. No, I said Baylor, I mean of Oklahoma. That might not end up being correct. But one thing it looks like may be correct from my prediction is that it might be a neck-and-neck game until the end. We'll take this one out of the end zone. And Brown gets to the 25. I believe he's the only player, or not the only player, I think he was the first player in the college series to have a kick return for a touchdown, so he's a dangerous guy. Here's a look at Trey Sermon today, though. 6 carries, -7 yards. Fumbled the last time he had the football. He absolutely got blasted by Jacob Reed, who's just coming in making all the plays right now. I think the approach that Oklahoma needs to take, you already know this is about to be a shootout. So just put it in the hands of Daryl Johnson. Let him make the plays. There's a motion over to the right side. And they will look to let him pass here over the middle. That's going to be caught for a first down by Dawson Banks. Submitted wide receiver coming across. I think the deep crosser route. And once again, good ball placement. Great throw by Daryl Johnson. Look who's in on the tackle. Jacob Reed just everywhere that the ball is. Got some assistance there too from Blueberry Hill. Pistol formation. Hard count, but they're going to run it here, and Sermon is still getting blasted behind the line of scrimmage. -10 rushing yards. This defense is just shutting it down, leaving Oklahoma to be one-dimensional. And I talked about them having to shut down Daryl Johnson from scrambling here today, which they have. He scrambled only one time, and they forced a fumble, so that's a great thing. They are keeping him under wraps. But to also keep Sermon under wraps as well when it comes to running the football, that is really limiting this explosive Oklahoma offense. Johnson with a throw, and that's going to be caught by Banks at the 47. 3rd and 6. They're going to go an empty set here. And beware of Johnson scrambling if he doesn't see anything open. 4-man rush they're going to send. Johnson going to let it go instead, and it's going to be caught for a first down. Oklahoma inside the 30, as that's going to be a 24-yard reception for Hellwood. That was a great throw once again, and I think Johnson is taking the challenge of not scrambling against this team, even though I said Hellwood as Hazelwood, but even though they know that he can throw the football, he's still sticking with his guns, throwing the football first, being a quarterback. That's what's so special about this kid. Pistol formation. There goes a motion. They love to run those end-around plays, but they're going to run the ball with Sermon off of it, and Sermon just not hitting the right lanes. Should have just kept up the middle of the field. He's looking a little bit rattled already himself. We talk about the quarterbacks being rattled in the game, but honestly, running backs can be rattled as well if they're getting punched in the backfield all day. I mean, -10 yards, that's going to really hurt you psychologically, and you can see he's just not looking the same running the ball. Here goes a motion. They will run the end-around play this time, and it's shut down behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, I bet Baylor had a ton of game film on that very play, which is why I think Oklahoma has shunned away from really running that. They ran that a lot last week against Mississippi. They ran it so much that I'm blanking on his name right there. Baskine, who had that carry right there. He had 17 receptions in that game, more than half of those coming off the end-around play for over 100 yards. So, I mean, they love to run that play. Daryl Johnson, though, with the throw to the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Great defense as Banks couldn't haul in the catch. And let's see, was it dropped or was it? Yeah, that was dropped. A few drops we're seeing from the receivers here today. Had 2 big-time drops from Baylor, and that was a big-time drop right there that you rarely see from Dawson Banks for Oklahoma. But they'll settle for the field goal to tie this game up. Kick is up, and it is good. 17-17 is the score as the crowd roars. And this game shaping out to be everything it was expected to be. All tied up at 17. Still decent amount of time left to go in the first half. No one looking to lose here, but somebody's got to. And here goes the kickoff. Baylor will field this one at about the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Tyler Mull coming out onto the field. Here's how he's done today. 13 of 19, 180 yards in this first half. He might have over 200 before it's said and done. He had 2 interceptions, but he's made up a little bit for it with 2 touchdowns. He was able to take the lead with a touchdown pass the last time they were out onto the field, but that lead is now lost as it's all tied up. Let's see what they can do here on this drive. Counter run play. Cody Carter breaking a tackle, finding a lane. First down, getting to the 40. His best run of the day, and it was a hard-fought run. He's only got 7 carries in this game. They typically like to get started offensively running the football here with him. You can see him right there, breaking tackles, just explosive. Now at 4 minutes and counting left to go in this ball game. I formation. A pitch to the outside. Cody Carter has to jump over it. He's tripped up though, and the tackle is going to be made for only a gain of 2 yards. That was a great job. Didn't get to see who it was that crashed. I think it was Brown who had the interception, the pick 6 earlier. He's making a ton of plays here so far at the start of this one. He runs into the block, the pull block on the outside, and actually slows up and chops down Cody Carter. That was an excellent defensive play. Here goes a throw, and it's still going to be caught for a first down by Winkleman. Nice pass right there by Tyler Mull. Let's get another look at this one. That was a great pass. A great job of zipping that in. Looked like he ran a post and was able to get inside of Norwood where Mull was leading him to go. That's just being on the same page as your receiver and making a play.
Ready?
Strong formation to the left side of the field. He'll look to throw, hit as he throws, and it's Solon taken down at the 38, gain of 4. And that puts Tyler Mull over 200 yards passing in this first half alone. Looks like he's about to have himself a big game in terms of yards through the air. When you leave a big body tight end like Sullen like that wide open across the middle of the field, you got to question, what is the defense doing? Shout out to the RFL community. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe for more RFL college football action. Play action. Sets his feet to throw, and it's a high pass, and Cody Carter cannot break the tackle. Another inaccurate pass right there by Mull as it just put too much height on it where it delayed Cody Carter from just catching the ball and getting up the field. He had to hesitate, jump up, and get it, which gave Kelly enough time to drive down and make that tackle. So, unfortunate play right there. If you haven't already, also make sure you check out our website at relocationfootballleague.com. Our top 100 RFL list by Noah Underhill is released on that. It's a good read. Make sure to check it out. Throw over the middle, incomplete, swatted. Could have been intercepted, but that's going to bring up 4th down for the Baylor Bears. And that was a bad throw. Actually, that was a fantastic play on the ball from looking at it from that angle. He didn't even see the defender coming across to make that play. And he thought that Sullivan was going to be wide open on that out route. There goes the punt, skyrocketed into the air. Fair catch going to be called. It'll take a bounce and will be down in the end zone just barely for a touchback. So Oklahoma with an opportunity to take the lead before the end of the half here. Austin Banks targeted 5 times, caught 3 of them for 33 yards, and has a touchdown, the lone touchdown for the offense here so far tonight. Baylor's defense has been outstanding. It's still a tie ball game. High-powered Oklahoma offense going to come out here in an empty set. Earl Johnson with a throw down the field. He's open, and it's going to be caught with one hand. And there he goes down the right sideline, taken down at the 18. What a play. And this is an unusual receiver here. That's Hazelwood, with an amazing catch. Look at this, beat the quarterback off the line and makes an incredible grab. Couldn't outrun the secondary, but what a play. Darryl Johnson showing no fear in striking against this defense. Jaden Hazelwood, look at that catch. Man, we're going to have a ton of pictures here for this one. Oklahoma in position to take the lead. There goes a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That is going to be Skeggy Thrash, the submitted tight end. In the corner of the end zone, had 2 guys there. But Skeggy says, I'm taking this one. Snatches it from Drew Blaze. And Oklahoma takes the lead again. Incredible. This game, this has got to be the most exciting first half of play in this entire college series that I've seen. The booth's going to review to see if he had a foot in. It looked obvious to me that he had 2 feet in. And man, what a game. Look at that, just stole it from Drew Blaze. And Drew Blaze just looked at me like, man, you going to take my touchdown like that? And still sparking up here, waiting for the results. And here he goes, ready to make the announcement. Of course, we don't got him on. He says after the ruling of the play, it stands. That's going to be a touchdown for Oklahoma. Those Sooners and that offense showing up in a big way. I said these guys are going to have 33 points by the end of this game as my prediction. And they're just 6 points away from 30 in this first half. So this might just be one of those high-scoring games for sure. 2 plays, just like Baylor. They are just striking back and forth at each other, just bringing everything. Baylor was able to score on 2 deep pass plays down the field to Winkleman. And Oklahoma does the same thing with that drive right there. First hitting Hazelwood, and then capping it off with the Skeggy Thrash touchdown. Seven-point lead. He'll take this one from the goal line. And he is brought down hard at the 22.
Here we go.
What a game this has been. If you haven't already smashed that like button, I don't know what you're doing. I know you're enjoying it if you're still here watching it. It's been a crazy game. First half of play, Jake Winkleman has got over 100 yards off of 4 catches and a touchdown. Man, what an end to week 4. Definitely game of the week right here.
Ready. 50, plant.
First down and 10 at the 22-yard line. Tyler Moe looking to pass, throws. That's going to be caught on the sideline, out of bounds at the 29. Gain of 7. Minute and 13 seconds left to go here. And Baylor's got all 3 of their timeouts. They got good time to work with.
Come on, set 90 Wolf.
Didn't have to burn any of them there as he was able to stop the clock. Empty set here. Looking to throw. And that is almost intercepted. Try to get that one out to Cody Carter. And Cody Carter, I don't think was prepared for the football or even knew the ball was coming in his direction.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Tight bunch formation to the left side of the field. There he is looking to throw. Check down, and it's still going to be caught by Carter. That's a great catch. We'll stop the clock temporarily. Minute and 4 seconds left to go here. That was good defense. Even better catch right there by the back Carter. And Murray draped all over him. Clock starting to run, and a timeout's going to be called by Baylor. They'll burn their first of the game here. 24-17 in the first half. An exciting game of the week. Empty set again. They send a blitz. It's going to be caught by Sullen, trying to lower the shoulder, but he's not going to run through 2 Sooners, as they'll have to burn yet again another timeout. And they're still on their side of the field at the 38. They're going to need a big play here if they want to try to get some points before the end of this half. There was a throw. That's going to be caught. First down and then some. Ty Gooden blown up across midfield at the 44.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Really like the way that Baylor in Oklahoma showed up here today. Good out route, able to get some good separation away from the defender there. Of course, good ball placement, good read by Tyler Moe.
Faster, faster.
First down and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line. And Tyler Moe looking to throw, goes deep, and it's going to be caught for a first down by Winkleman. Actually, no, I thought that was 18. That's 13. Ty Gooden, with the catch right there. It's his third one. He's going to haul in over 50 yards receiving here in this game. And once again, another well-placed ball. Look, he throws it inside, and he's able to make the catch right over the shoulder and is slightly away from the defender from being able to make a play on the ball. That's a great throw. Great catch. 37 seconds left and counting now. 1 timeout remaining. Trying to hurry up and tie this one up before the end of the half. Tyler Moe to the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor. That's Jake Winkleman with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. And look at the ball placement again on this pass. In between 3 defenders and low and away from the safety. You still got to credit the hands of Winkleman too, because he still had that ball low and down while he was making the catch while getting hit and was still able to hang on to it. In the extra point, it's good. 24-24 is the score in the first half with 27 seconds left to go. This game is incredible. Might end up being the most highest scoring game in the college series so far. And what a way to end out the week with this one. Absolute shootout. And there goes the kickoff. They field this one from about the 3-yard line. Here goes Brown. Down at the 28. And as great as these offenses have been striking, I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma scores with just 23 seconds left on the clock. I mean, these guys got all 3 of their timeouts, and Daryl Johnson is 10 of 15, 197 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's been just striking all over this defense and taking shots with no fear. Absolutely bold and confident in his receivers to make the plays, and they, for the most part, have been able to do that. They'll actually just run the ball here with Sermon. Sermon, as one guy, has just been taken out of the game. They're going to call a timeout. Don't understand why they would run the football then. Got 3 yards on the play. Spraying out the field here a bit. Daryl Johnson runs into the pressure there as he is hit and sacked. Has not been able to scramble yet in this game, and Lynch is just shutting it down on that right side. Nobody can get outside, not even Johnson right now. I honestly don't like the decision by Johnson to go outside when he could have went more inside off the block where James Lynch wasn't. And if I'm Oklahoma after that, I'll probably just let the clock run out. Don't want to risk anything. And that's exactly what they're going to do. First half of play was nothing short of spectacular and amazing. Score here 24-24. These Big 12 conference rivals going at it. An amazing game. The run game not really working at all for either side, but mainly it's not working for Baylor because they're not running the ball as much. But, I mean, they're still productive. But, man, Oklahoma, these guys, they're battling it out with Baylor. Baylor fighting back. I just can't give any side the heads up on performing the best right now. These guys are just, I can't even explain it. Excellent gameplay. I mean, you're seeing mistakes, you're seeing errors on sides, but the perseverance from these teams has been amazing. They just have been moving on to the next play, not worrying about what happened in the past. It's been a shock to me, though, in his first half, no rushing yards by Daryl Johnson. 2 attempts to scramble, and both times he was taken down. Well, the last time he was taken down for a sack. That first time scrambling, he was taken down and fumbled the football. So Baylor's really keeping him under wraps, but he's not really making the decision to run the ball. He's looking like he's focused on airing it out. Baylor's going to get the football, though, here to start this second half as Ty Gooden gets ready to receive this one. And we are ready for the second half of football. Baylor will take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The offense going to get started at the 25. Now comes Tyler Mull. Three passing touchdowns here in this game. He threw 2 interceptions. But Mull has definitely been putting it all on the line here. Let's see if this second half they go back to the ground game as they usually do with Cody Carter. He's not doing a bad job at all running the football, averaging 5 yards per carry. First down, play action. There goes a throw. That one almost could have been intercepted. Too aggressive on the break to the football. And that's going to be a gain of 6 yards.
Here we go. 8, read.
Single back formation. There goes some play action. Throw, and that's going to be dropped. Can't make that catch in traffic. Tyler Mull has been able to zip in some pretty tight passes in really small windows, but not going to be able to do that one. He did get it there, though. Tough catch to be made. Couldn't make the grab right there. I think that was Jake Wakelman who couldn't call that one in. The empty set for the Bears. And a quick throw wide open as Cody Carter spinning and barreling forward to the 41-yard line and a first down. Baylor, even though they struggled last week, this is a really good offensive team with still some great weapons. You've already seen them on full display. Jake Wakelman, the huge deep threat, and I say the best receiver they got currently on the team. You got Ty Gooden who can make some catches, Brandon Jones. And when those guys are covered, you got to worry about Cody Carter exiting out of the backfield, making plays like that. So a lot to have to worry about for this Sooners defense. They go to draw play here, and he is plugged in the backfield for a loss. That's going to be Radley Howes with his second tackle for loss. And they'll lose 2. Draw play not working that time. Howes sniffing it out. Looks like they sent them on a blitz, picked the right lane, and met him right there at the hole.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Second and 12. Here goes a throw into the flats. Cody Carter once again getting the football down at the 47. And Tyler Mull just 1 yard shy of having a 300-yard passing game. Definitely going to meet that mark here tonight.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Third and 4. A little pump fake, throws, and it's over the head of the defender. What was he doing? Third receiving touchdown for Jake Winkleman. 53 yards. And this was just a terrible judgment by Norwood here. What was he doing? Ball was skied into the air, and he just misjudged it. Winkleman just continuing to run straight, gets right by him. I mean, he was right over the top. Don't know how he didn't make a play on that ball. And the extra point is good. Baylor with the lead here, 31-24. I guess on my prediction I was right that Baylor was at least going to get 31 points. They got it here early in the third with the lead. Oklahoma's defense for the most part has been playing pretty well, but that last play by Norwood was just mind-boggling. Terrible judgment of the football. Now it's time to see what Oklahoma does here with their first offensive possession of the second half. We'll take this one from the 1. Here goes Brown. A couple of lead blockers. And down at the 27. Harold Johnson back out onto the field. And he's only rushed the ball twice. So he has not brought out his dual ability yet into this equation of this game. And I would have to say you probably can expect to see more of that here in this second half, especially towards the end of the game. That's really when he likes to scramble and create plays if plays aren't there from the beginning. Like Baylor, they're consistently sending pressure, not making it easy for him here. Play action, and here goes a sack. Jacob Reed doing it all. As he says, your time is up. And he clearly ran out of time there. He had no time to locate anyone. The fake just took a little too long, and Reed, once again, why is he being allowed free in the backfield? That's one guy you got to account for and get a body on.
Ready? Right. March 45.
Loving the blitzes right now by Baylor. There goes Johnson. That's still going to be caught. Nice hands. What about Hazelwood? That's some spectacular grabs so far here tonight. We need 15 yards here, though, on third down. Daryl Johnson here in the gun. I don't know if Baylor's going to send a blitz here. They won't. Four-man rush. And Johnson heaving one deep down the field. Open is going to be Dawson Banks. First down, Sooners. Another deep strike, 57 yards. And it's just too easy for Daryl Johnson. Look at this throw. On the money. Even Banks had to go extend to get it. What a game. Both of these teams filled with speed, I'd have to say, at the receiver position. You can see it paying off. These defenses just not fast enough to keep up with them. And here goes Daryl Johnson, finally able to exit to the end zone. Juke move, touchdown, Sooners. What a scramble by Daryl Johnson. It was a matter of time before he brought this aspect of his game into the equation here, and he just was able to get that ball past the pylon. Let's look at the speed of Johnson. Rare combination, nasty juke move right there on Berryhill, and Jacob Reed just could not get to him in time. Extra point to tie the game back up again at 51. At 31, and it might be 50 points scored by both teams soon, at the rate that they're going. This is just incredible. Game of the year? Question mark? What do you guys think? This right now, I mean, this is just continued excitement. It's up there with that Notre Dame and Auburn game from earlier. I think that was this same week. Yes, I think it was the same week. If I'm not mistaken, last week. Week 3. That game went into overtime. That would be crazy if we get an overtime game here. Oklahoma kicking this one off to Baylor again. We'll take this one 2 yards deep out of the end zone. Big hit, knocked down at the 21. That's a great job by the special teams. And Tyler Mull coming out onto the field, his top target tonight, Jake Winkleman. 7 receptions, 182 yards, and 3 touchdowns already. And quite a few submitted wide receivers that came up with 200-yard games through the air. Granted, most of those have been through the arcade mode style, but still, they've looked great. First down and 10. There goes a motion over to the right side of the field. And a handoff, and nowhere to go for Cody Carter, picking up just a yard. Second and 9 now. Cody Carter only had 66 yards rushing last week against Clemson. I think he'll reach over that number here tonight. Not sure if he'll reach that 100-yard mark, though. Here goes a run to the outside. Huge hit by Murray, sending Carter flying to the turf after a gain of 4. 3rd and 5 now.
Ready up. Mike, 9. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
5 wide, empty set, looking to throw to the sideline, wide open, but Cody Carter is short of the sticks. He steps out of bounds, short of the first down. I don't know if it was because the first down change wasn't on his side of the field. He couldn't tell, but man, that's tough. He was beyond the sticks, but he walked out. And no, they don't give you forward progression for that because he's the one who walked out at that yard line. So no forward progression for first down there. Where goes Brown, taken down swiftly at the 23. And Oklahoma with a chance to take the lead. Daryl Johnson. Man, 12 of 17, 257 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. This guy is just phenomenal. He had the opposite last week with 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing, but I got a feeling that he's not done putting up 6 points here in this game. Split back formation. And here goes a handoff. It's not going to be Sermon. It's a new back checking in. It's Brooks. With a bad juke move, only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Should have just kept running. Man, what a game. Week 4 has been incredible. And here goes Sermon, and he is going to be picked up and dropped down by Jacob Reed. 1 yard gain on the play, 3rd and 9. If I'm Baylor, I'm covering deep because Oklahoma in these 3rd down situations has been able to beat this defense deep every time. And they're spreading out the field here, so they should expect it. I'm seeing them backing up their defensive backs here. 2 safeties high. And Daryl Johnson still able to get the first down as Nick Baskeen makes the tough catch in traffic for the first down. That was, how did he even make this catch? Wow, that's a great catch by Baskeen. To be honest, Dawson Banks looked like he tried to make the play on the ball. He shouldn't have even have been over there. Almost ruined the chance of that play being made. But good thing Baskeen able to keep concentrated and make the play. 1st and 10, here goes a throw, and that's going to be caught for a first down by Drew Blaze. He's been kind of quiet ever since making that big 53-yard catch earlier today. That's his 2nd catch of the game. Good for 11 yards. And that's a far out route to be thrown. Still put accurately to where only Blaze could get it. This kid, Daryl Johnson. It's an amazing, huge hit right there. Tried to hit the juke move, and he was sent spinning like a top at the end of that one. Williams laying the lumber. Sermon has just not had an opportunity to make any plays here at all. That was a great block shed. Man, what a hit. Second and 13, pistol formation. And a handoff to Sermon again. His best run, able to get to the 47. -5 yards off of 12 carries. If that doesn't tell you how tough it is to run against this Baylor defense, I don't know what will. A 3rd down again for Oklahoma. They've been eating in this situation. Baylor just cannot stop them. Let's see if they can stop him here, though. Johnson looking to pass. And that should have been intercepted. It's dropped. That was a bad throw that time by Johnson. He got lucky. And he just put way too much air on that pass and extremely late throw. I think in that situation, there was nothing else open. He should have scrambled right there. This game stays tied at 31 as Oklahoma punts this one away. And Good punt angling towards the sideline, and what a punt out of bounds at the 2. Coffin cornered him. What about the bounce? Takes this course right out of bounds. Cuts clear off at the corner. That is a beautiful punt. Now Baylor's got to be really careful here. Oklahoma's been doing some pretty good job getting some pressure, getting in the backfield a little bit. Baylor does not want to get safety.
Come on, set, 50, play.
And most likely going to have to rely on Cody Carter to get them out of this position. And there he goes up the middle, finding a lane. Takes a big hit shy of the first at the 11. 1 yard short. So that gives him some really good breathing room.
Ready.
Spreading out the field again. There's a throw of the middle, and it's dropped right out of the hands of Sullen. That's one thing about Sullen. He can make those contested catch, but the big fella, I don't know what it is. It just seems like the open passes, he has trouble catching sometimes. This could be a big stop for Oklahoma. They're favoring that right side, but they could run it to the left side here, as they do look a little weak. And an end-around play, and a first down. Taking a page out of Oklahoma's book, as it works for them. Oh, look at this one. That was a nice play. I like the play call. Really like the play call. I think that was the last thing Oklahoma was expecting.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf.
Hand off Cody Carter. Hit hard down at the 20. You can hear the reaction from the crowd. Absolutely drilled. Still a nice gain of 6 yards, though. Man, this game has been incredible. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the Relocation Football League for more action. This is just week 4. Week 5 starts up on Thursday. And a run. Cody Carter breaks the first tackle, but is blown up still behind the line of scrimmage. Actually, let's say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4 here.
On the double.
Empty set.
Ready. Play.
There goes Maul over the middle. Catch is made. Breaks a couple of tackles and refused to go down before getting the first down. That was a great play by Cody Carter. Looked like a stop for a minute there for the Sooners, but the determination by Carter here, breaking those 2 tackles. This is one elusive back, that's for sure. Actually was requested to get 99 elusiveness coming into this college series, and you can tell that attribute has saved him. It's definitely helped him. Saves him there. End around play, and that is blown up behind the line of scrimmage, dead. And you guys already know what to do. End of the 3rd, put your 4s up in the chat. The score is 31-31, tied up between number 4 Oklahoma and number 6 Baylor. Never mind the rankings there on the bottom. I forgot to update those, but I'll make sure to have that done for next week. Incredible game. It's about to come down to the wire. It's the 4th and final quarter. Someone has to lose and someone has to win. Who will it be? Cody Carter to the outside here. He's got some great blocks, shoot move, and a first down. A 2nd and 16. They run the football and they get the first down. And that's going to put him over the 66 yards that he had last week at 72. And that time it was great blocking by the offensive line.
empty base. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Single back formation as they got Mull under center. Here goes a motion into the formation. Looking to throw, and he goes deep, and it's going to be caught by Jake Winkleman. Touchdown, Baylor. 63 yards, and he's got over 200 yards receiving. Just can't cover speed, man. He's just too fast. Perfectly placed, too, by Tyler Mull, his 5th passing touchdown in this game. Cannot stop this speed demon. He is going off. Most receiving yards, I believe, so far this season was 277 yards, I believe. Can't exactly remember which receiver it was. But man, Baylor takes the lead, 38-31. Winkleman's on pace to have a 300-yard receiving game. That's all I'm going to say right there. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a few receivers in college football at the D1 level that's been able to do that in a single game in real life. I think Marquise Lee did that when he was at USC. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had 2 300-yard receiving games. Here goes the kickoff. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The offense getting started at the 25. Oklahoma, can they tie it up at 38? Daryl Johnson. It's the ultimate quarterback sensation here for the RFL College Series. And he's in a battle here with Baylor. As Rob likes to say, how great do you have to be to win a game? If I had told you that Oklahoma put up 31 points so far, you'd have thought they would have won it or were about to win it. But not the case. Here goes Daryl Johnson. Juke move, scramble, and he is nailed by Samaj Jarrett. He's got a slide. That's a first down, though. 43 yards on the ground. And there's nothing open down the middle of the field. Probably should have waited for that dig route to get open by Hazelwood. He looked like he was getting open. I know it was a little bit of a wait, but he had some time there in the pocket. Daryl Johnson again. Just nobody's ankles is safe with this guy scrambling out of the pocket. Really gives me LC3 vibes, I'm telling you. First down and 10. Daryl Johnson, 3-man rush. He'll throw to the sideline. That's going to be caught by Dawson Banks. Excellent catch, and Daryl Johnson, 290 passing yards here in this one. First down and 10, trips to the right side. Watch out for Banks in the slot. They'll throw this one to the sideline. That's going to be caught for a first down. Johnson dissecting the defense. He's only thrown the ball 22 times, and he's got over 300 yards passing. Look at this, steps up in the pocket, launches one, and squeezes it in. Nice first down pass. How about this kid Hazelwood? He's really come onto the scene for Oklahoma. Rarely see him catching the ball. It's usually the Blaze and Banks show. And Baskine, the triple Bs, we're going to call him there at the receiving court. Johnson, a quick throw again to the sideline. That's going to be caught by Blaze. Talk about pinpoint accuracy. That throw couldn't have been thrown any better than that in order for that completion to be made. Daryl Johnson, just incredible. Cornerback's going to press up the receivers here I don't know if they want to do that. Well, Johnson going to take off, scrambling, and wisely slides at the 14, shy of the first down, 2nd and inches. Baskine in the slot, split back formation in the gun. Earl Johnson going to hand it off, and here he goes. Spin move, 1st and goal, Oklahoma. That's Brooks. I just realized I had the website thing on the side, at the bottom side of the screen the entire time. My bad for that, guys. I'm usually keen to that. Didn't pay attention to that right there. Same formation except flip the other way here. Going to look to pass out of it. He's going to scramble out of it. And he's shy of the touchdown there at the 2. Man, thought he was going to be able to win that one, but excellent speed and pursuit on that tackle by Blue Berryhill. 2 yards away from tying this game up again. 2nd and goal, handoff in. Where is Sermon going? He's had a horrible game here today, and he can't blame nobody really but himself. The blocking has kind of not been all too the best. You know, it has not been the best for sure. And that's a great job by Kendrick Woodson, just rushing up the edge there, making a great play. But, man, an unnecessary spin move. If you're going to hit the spin move, if he spanned the other way, I think that would have been a touchdown. 3rd and goal now. Oklahoma, one more opportunity to try to punch it in here. And Darryl Johnson getting blitz. Here goes a catch. And he is not going to have the touchdown. Down at the 5. What will Oklahoma do here? Will they kick the field goal and remain down? Or will they go for it? Tough call. I would go for it, and that's what they're going to do. Darryl Johnson trying to jump the defense off sides. Scrambling, and he's going to be taken down for a sack by Stephen Forbes. That's a turnover on downs, and Tyler Maul marching out onto the field. 5 passing touchdowns for this kid here today. A huge bounce back from last week. He had 0 and 1 interception, and he's been airing it out deep all game against this Sooner defense, and it's been paying off. Good thing about going for it here, puts the ball at the 8-yard line. Baylor's going to have to try to, get a lot of yards to get down the field here. So I guess let's see if Oklahoma's offense. Oh man, that should have been picked off. I said offense, but defense. Let's see if their defense can get a stop. But that could have been a game-changing play right there. Well off the target throw. Got to take advantage of every opportunity that is given to you. I formation. Play action. Looking down the field, and he's going to be safety. It's going to be Oklahoma football as they'll have to punt it away. That's 2 points on the board for the Sooners. Gallimore getting there to him. And I don't know what Tyler Mull is doing here, holding on to the ball too long, and then by the time he makes the choice, the decision to scramble, he's too slowful getting those legs going. And going for it may have just paid off as they get the safety and they have an opportunity to take the lead here in this game if they can march down the field and score a touchdown. Darryl Johnson warming up that arm, throwing that football around. And he's looking for his team's 3rd win. This Baylor defense has not been easy to move the ball on. And here they go, punting this one straight down the middle of the field. That's a really good punt. And he's got no blockers out in front of him. That was an excellent punt. Gets it to the 30. Still good field position here for the Sooners. No, DJ is not a real, he's a submitted player, but he's not a real-life submitted player. Here's a look at his numbers. 18 of 24, 320 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Remarkable game by him today. It would be even crazier if he wins. But yeah, Daryl Johnson is not a real player. I actually created him to be a part of Kerblame King's college tournament. And I said, why not bring him into this year's college series and then have him go into the league? And this guy's balling. Daryl Johnson, the throw. Nice catch. Steps out of bounds, though, at the 39. 1 yard short. Daryl Johnson going to throw this one into the dirt, and I think that was a good decision. I don't like the play call, that receiver screen. Daryl Johnson saw that the defense was crashing in hard on that and just turfed it. Honestly, that should have almost been a loose ball. Should have almost been counted as a fumble. It looked like it was behind the line of scrimmage. Or it was behind the quarterback. But 3rd and 1, end around play, and it's shut down by Baylor. Jacob Reed. Look at this play. This was an amazing. This is what you look for in a top linebacker that you're looking to draft. He just shoots the gap and makes the play. He looks like he watched film, that's for sure. Shut it down. And they gotta punt this one away. And he'll field it, brought down at the 16. It is crucial that Oklahoma get this stop on Baylor. If not, and Baylor goes down the field and scores a touchdown, and that, I would have to say, is game. To sneak in another draft. Hey, DJ wouldn't even have been in this series, man, if Kerblame King ain't asked me to make the player. So only a few times you're going to get some gems. There goes a run up the middle, and Carter lowering the shoulder on Murray, picking up 5. I was right about 33, right? I was in the ballpark.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
2nd and 5. Pump fake. And here comes some pressure, trying to scramble, and somehow he gets out of the pocket and gets the first down. He's kind of scared that he didn't slide, thought he was going to fumble it. He gets to the 29. I don't know how he got out of that traffic there, but if I'm coach for Oklahoma right now, I'm livid. I formation. Look at the pass as they send the blitz. Throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. Trying to force the fumble. But the big tight end still keeps moving. And he moves the chains. Baylor now with over 500 yards of total offense when they only had 291 the week before against Clemson. It's a great bounce-back game for the offense, that's for sure. And what about Sullen right there? Got to get both hands on that football. I thought he was going to strip him. Great job holding on.
On the ready.
First and 10. Here goes Maul looking to throw. And that's going to be caught by Cody Carter. Great adjustment. 2nd and 2. And Man, for a second I thought he was going to break on the football and get the interception. It would have been another pick six for Oklahoma. But Cody Carter with the instincts of a receiver right there with the catch. With a nice adjustment. 2nd and 2. And a handoff to the outside. Key blocks. And there he goes. Up the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Oklahoma's best bet right now, because Baylor is in field goal range. The best thing they can do is stop Baylor from scoring a touchdown. If they give Baylor a touchdown on this drive, that's game.
Set. 10 over. You.
1st and 10. Play action as he looks to throw, and that's going to be, it's still going to be caught over the middle by Ty Gooden. Absolutely leveled by Murray. He couldn't have done anything better to try to force the incompletion, but he still makes the catch.
Ready. 60 over.
Man, I would have played the RIP bell right there, but he caught the ball. Can't disrespect him with that. Empty set. Baylor looking to try to win the game to the end zone, and it's swatted incomplete out of the hands of Cody Carter. This Oklahoma defense is going to have to do everything in their power to keep these Bears out. 2nd and goal. Looking to pass again. Great protection, and he's sacked down at the 14. Timeout called by Oklahoma, which I don't know why they're burning a timeout right now.
70 Indy.
I guess they want to save some time, but probably not the worst of calls. Here goes a shot to the end zone. Touchdown! And Baylor may have just won it. I think they've won it. OU is out of all 3 of their timeouts. Ty Gooden in the end zone for 6, and I believe Tyler Maw has broken a record here in this college series for the most passing touchdowns in a single game with 6. And in my opinion, Baylor has sealed it. Extra point makes it 45-33 with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. And Baylor came out here and put on a show, man. Tough they couldn't do it against a tougher defense last week against Clemson. But they came out here. They knew they had to put a shootout up against Oklahoma if they wanted to come in and win this game. Could not afford to have the same performance they had last week. And they turned things around. Oklahoma going to field this one from about the 1-yard line. Nasty juke move. He is hammered at the 28. Game is still not over yet. Clock has not hit 0 yet. And Oklahoma is a master at scoring in quick fashion in a few plays with deep shots down the field. If I'm Baylor right now, I'm playing deep. Nothing deep. Keep everything underneath. Do not give Oklahoma an opportunity to march down the field and make those big plays. Every player on this field came out here and gave it their all, that's for sure. 1st down and 10. Johnson taking off. 1st down and then some. Nasty juke move. And another one. Still on his feet as he gets to the 42-yard line. 87 yards rushing for Johnson. This was exactly what I was talking about. Late in the game, that's when he usually takes off more. He's got to slide, though, but he holds on to the football there. That's a good job. Look at the juke move. You almost can't even touch this kid. Just so fast at the quarterback position. Carved up that defense right there. Time running again. 1st and 10. Johnson with a throw. That's going to be caught by Drew Blaze. He's out of bounds at the 30. And that's a 1st down. Daryl Johnson putting some height on that ball to have his receiver go get it. 4 catches, 90 yards for Blaze. And the clock is stopped as he did manage to get out of bounds. Johnson, 3-man rush, so he's got time. Shot to the end zone, broken up, incomplete. You've got to give nothing but props to Samuel Stubbs. That's another big-time PBU from the safety. He's been all over Dawson Banks. 2nd and 10. Johnson, another shot. Incomplete. It's Stubbs again. And Oklahoma's got 2 more downs. They are not going to settle for a field goal, that's for sure. 2 deep shots right there, not paying off. Great defense. They might have to start looking a little bit towards that right side and test Jarrett or somebody. Right now, Stubbs getting it done. There goes a throw. That's incomplete. Not sure where Johnson was going with that throw. One of the rare misses. I didn't see what was open, though. Honestly, didn't see where he was trying to throw that ball. Was he trying to get it to Blaze? Maybe he was confused. I'm not sure. But this is it right here. 4th down. You don't get it, game is definitely over. He lines up in the pistol. Daryl Johnson throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. It's Nick Baskeen. 30 yards. Unbelievable. Just throws it up there to an unlikely receiver, and he makes the play. What was Handspar doing there? 4th down. Daryl Johnson just throws it up, and Nick Baskeen gets the score. Incredible. Here goes the extra point. 40-45. And it's going to come down, man. Oklahoma's got to get this onside kick. They don't necessarily have to, but that would be highly beneficial for them. Yep, this is an RFL ESPN Classic, that's for sure. I say best game of the college series so far. Hands down right now. This is crazy. Sooners getting ready for this onside kick here. Ty Gooden up there clapping his hands for no reason because he's definitely not getting this ball. And here goes the onside kick. For an opportunity to get the game back. And they almost had an opportunity at getting it. He didn't field it, but neither did Oklahoma. Oh, man, that was close. I thought that was it. I thought they were going to get that one. That would have been crazy. And that might just be the ball game here. Oklahoma with just 2 timeouts. They're going to have to hold Baylor to no first downs at all.
Set, ready? 50, play.
Offset I formation. A run up the middle here, and good tough running by Cody Carter. Oklahoma will burn their second timeout. They have one more remaining. Ball at the 41-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain. Offset I formation again. And wide open. Did he get the first? He did. That's the game right there. Baylor able to get the first down, and that is GG's here in this one. Still running Carter, as he's had himself a great bounce back game as well. Rushed for over 100 yards. And they're just looking to run out the clock here. RFL College Instant Classic.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
And that's going to be shut down. Man, what a game. This was incredible game. This was an incredible game to call, man. Came down to the wire. Baylor able to get the win. The number 6 team improving to 3-1 on the season, as they'll take the final knee for the final play of the game. And Oklahoma going to fall to 2-2 as the number 4 team in the country takes the L here at home for the second time this season. Final score, 45-40. Baylor able to get it done, but it was not easy. Look how dirty these jerseys are. This game, they had to put everything on the line. And that is exactly what both teams did. And there had to be a winner. But tonight it was Baylor. What a game. Once again, 45-40. This might just be the highest scoring game of the series, if I'm not mistaken. That's 95 points. 95 points scored here. I said 95, 85, excuse me. My bad, math's all off. Might not be the highest scoring, but it's up there. It's up there. Baylor with the win. Wow. I can't wait to do the breakdown on this and look at the stats. Daryl Johnson got nothing to hang your head about, man. The only bad thing he did in this game was fumble. Just that one time. But this was incredible. Game of the year so far. So Baylor gets the win 45-40. Let's get a look at the stats. Tyler Maul breaking the record so far this season. I think the record, period. I think there was a quarterback that threw for 6 touchdowns, though, in last year's college series. So he might have tied it. That's the record for the RFL, too, for the most passing touchdowns is 6. But Tyler Maul, man, 481 passing yards, 34 of 46. The guy, I mean, this is how you bounce back after a rough week the following week. 73%, 6 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions in this game. One of them going back for a pick 6. Daryl Johnson, 22 of 32, 369 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 68%. Monster game by Daryl Johnson once again. Just wasn't enough to get the dub here. And I think what really killed Oklahoma in this game was this right here. Trey Sermon, 13 carries for -6 yards. That is just unacceptable. And Baylor, man, that defense, boy, did they show their strength right there in the run against the run game. They were absolutely shutting it down. Nothing could get moved on them when it came to running the football at all. I got to give that a bell. RIP to the run game of Oklahoma. Terrible. But Daryl Johnson he was able to pick up the slack where the running game wasn't. 6 carries out of the pocket for 87 yards and a touchdown. Of course, leading and rushing in this game. Cody Carter with 21 carries for 118 yards. He didn't score, but he was a huge, intricate part in this victory, especially there late in the game. Able to pick up that first down to seal it. Receiving-wise, this man went off. 248 receiving yards. 9 receptions, 4 receiving touchdowns. Stellar performance by Jake Winkleman. just really put his name out there for the RFL scouts. Just a speed team and made huge plays. 61 yards for run after the catch, deep of 68. The guy was balling. Hasselwood led Oklahoma with 5 receptions for 106 yards. But Banks also had over 100 yards here in this game. 5 catches for 102. He had a touchdown. And Drew Blaze, he got going a little bit late though, but he started out with a nice 53-yard reception to start this game. 4 catches, 90 yards though. Ty Gooden had a receiving touchdown, 5 catches for 83 yards. Nick Baskeen, the touchdown at the end there was amazing. Unfortunately, couldn't get the win there. 6 catches, 52 yards. Skeggy Thrash got a touchdown, only 1 catch for 18 yards. Brandon Jones, 2 catches, 17 yards, had a touchdown. Had to go through the list there for the guys who scored. On the blocking aspect of things, a lot of sacks given up. 2 sacks by Mac Page and 1 by, I believe that's for Morgan. For Morgan, that might be how you say it there. He gave up 2 sacks, a pancake by Prince Pines, and Valentine gave up a sack as well. Defense had 11 tackles from 2 leaders on both teams. Kenneth Murray with 11 tackles here in this one, as well as Jacob Reed. This guy was flying on the field, making all types of tackles. We'll read the rest of his accolades, I'm pretty sure, because he's led in other categories as well. Trey Norwood, 9 tackles. Blueberry Hill with 9 tackles as well. And a bunch of guys with 8 here. Not going to go through that. Tackles for loss. 4 tackles for loss in this game for Jacob Reed. I mean, this guy was living up to the last name. He was reading his defense like a book. Almost seemed like he knew what play was coming. Blew a lot of plays up in the backfield as he led in that category with tackles for loss with 4. Jordan Williams had 3 tackles for loss. James Lynch, big day for him at the DN spot. Had 2 tackles for loss, along with Radley Howes for Oklahoma. A few guys with 1 there. Leading in sacks had Ronnie Perkins with 1.5. Stephen Forbes had a sack on the day. Gallimore had a sack and a safety. James Lynch a sack, and Jacob Reed even getting a sack as well. Deshaun White getting credit with that half, along with Perkins. Interceptions, there was 2 in this game, both coming from Oklahoma. Trey Brown had a monster game, pick 6, and Pat Fields had a great interception in the back of the end zone as well. And I think that's the forced fumbles. Jacob Reed even forced 2 fumbles in this game. Just had a stat line in every category except for interception. Dude was balling. Safeties, had the 1 safety, of course, like I mentioned, by Gallimore getting that defensive touchdown. He got the 1 from the pick 6 from Trey Brown. Looking at the, nothing to go over here with the special teams. Nothing really took place there. So, man, what a game. Let's go ahead and get a look at the highlights of the game. I don't even know if Madden's going to have enough to recap all the highlights and touchdowns that happened in this. But let's go ahead and break this game down. Daryl Johnson, man, it was 3rd down. Blitz being sent. I like that Baylor was constantly sending pressure at Daryl Johnson. He knew they had to. But look at the confidence in Daryl Johnson looking at this play. This is good coverage over the top. A lot of quarterbacks are not going to make this throw unless they are for certain they've got that matchup. Daryl Johnson knew he had that matchup, but look at the height on this pass. I'm trying to keep up with it. He put so much air on this one, but that's the key to why this was completed. Gave him enough air to be able to run underneath it and gave him time to get past Settle here on this route. You can see him catching up over the top. Excellent ball placement. Puts it right over the outside shoulder. That is perfect ball placement by Daryl Johnson. Big 1st down, and it capped it off. And he capped it off here with a 7-yard touchdown to Dawson Banks, able to win here on the slot. Finds the opening in his zone defense. Great delivery by Daryl Johnson. Good catch. Touchdown, Oklahoma. We move on further in the game, and this was a huge play for Baylor because it could have got ugly. Definitely could have got ugly for Baylor here in this one. I think if he had just waited a second. Now, I know he had the ball for a minute here. If he had just waited a little longer, the minute he decided to run, that's when Skeggy Thrash was running open here on this deep crosser route. And I think that could have been completed for a huge 1st down. He decided to scramble instead, and it cost him right here as Jacob Reed forced his first forced fumble of the game. Put a nice move on Williams, but Reed just getting his hands in there, knocking it loose. A great job by Samaj Jarrett. I don't know why they got me on Woodson here. But Samaj Jarrett able to scoop this one up. Little leap in action. Nice hurdle. And it's Baylor's football. Baylor wasn't able to score. They were able to get a field goal out of it. And then this pick six by Oklahoma, man. This was huge. Tyler Mull with this throw. Actually, it wasn't a pick six. This was actually just an interception. He tried to squeeze this one in. I don't see why he tried to do this when this was obviously a one safety high look. Just not the read to go. Maybe he should have threw him more inside to the right because he had the defensive back beat here. The linebacker beat here. He could have just led him to the open space. I guess he tried to do that, threw it here, and that was just an excellent play by Fields. Look at Fields, Pat Fields right over the top, interception. Playing that perfectly, read that like a book. But it didn't matter because Oklahoma couldn't do nothing with it, and Baylor did. This was a deep strike to the end zone for a touchdown, and Tyler Mull summoning all of his strength to make this throw. Look at this, the pressure in his face, two guys ready to sandwich him, and they do. They absolutely smash him up. Ball is thrown into the air. He's got him beat, but he waited way too long for that ball to get thrown. It's underthrown here, but it didn't matter. Norwood swats it, but it goes in the direction of Winkleman. Just classic, just excellent concentration. That's a huge play. He made nothing but big plays here tonight for Baylor. And then he caps it off. Why not feed the man and give him a touchdown on the drive after making a play like that? One-on-one here on the outside release. And I don't know what the corner was doing here. This was not man. So it was not man. So, I mean, he turned his back. So I don't think he was supposed to do that. And, that just was wide open on the zone defense. So I thought it was man at first from looking at it, but it wasn't. We go into the second half in the second quarter. And in the first play of the second quarter, another touchdown for Baylor here, as he was able to strike this one. Oh, I said touchdown for Baylor. This is a touchdown for Oklahoma. Excuse me for that. This is just a great break on the football. Look at this. Runs the hook route, and, think it's easy money. What about that break, man? Trey Brown with the break on the football in the pick six. Shows off the speed. Only guy who had an opportunity at catching him was Tyler Mull, and that was not going to happen. Touchdown, Oklahoma. But then quickly, able to respond again. Brandon Jones with a touchdown in the middle back of the end zone. No one in the middle of this defense here. Add some style points there with a one-hand grab. Touchdown. Baylor takes the lead again. And I believe that should not be the last play here. Last big play. He got a 62-yard reception here by Hazelwood. He came out making some plays. You can see him here. Look at this outside release at the top. Throws it. And look at the ball placement once again by Johnson. Nice outside release. And he chucked him, and he just was too late on the chuck. He couldn't catch up. Excellent catch right there. And Hazelwood almost off to the races. Touchdown, saving tackle by Berryhill. But they didn't save him from getting a touchdown on this drive, as he was able to get an 18-yard touchdown right here. Threw this one up, and I don't know why he just didn't throw a line drive pass right here to Skeggy Thrash anyway. But he just threw it up, and there was two guys wide open. And Skeggy Thrash, the one who ends up with this catch for a touchdown here. That's just a risky throw since you got two guys in the same area, but it works out. Touchdown. Before the half, Baylor was able to score and tie the game up at 24 with this throw right here. Look at this pass. Man, look at this throw. I mean, these guys showing why they are ready for the RFL with these throws. Granted, they are on arcade. We'll have to see if they keep this up on sim. But look at this ball in between three defenders and low and away from the safety Fields here. That is money. That's a dot if I've seen one. Winkleman with a nice catch, touchdown. They take the lead. We go into the third quarter. Wasn't much scoring in this quarter here, but still a lot of big plays. Pump fake here, throws it up, and this was where I was just shocked. I don't know what Norwood was doing. Maybe he got sucked into the double move, because it was a slant and go, and it slowed him up a bit. You can see here, he bit on it a little bit, and he just couldn't adjust. That's what it was. The hesitation was just enough to pause him to where he didn't make a play on the ball, and that just got a little bit out of reach. He could have probably jumped to make a play on this ball, but I think his momentum just wasn't there to have him go up over top, and that double move pays off. That's Jake Winkleman, man. Monster game. Oh, 21-yard touchdown right here by Daryl Johnson as he was able to scramble, get in the end zone himself. 4th rushing touchdown on the season, and look at this, earning it. He's taking off. One guy to makes him miss, and fights forward to the end zone for that touchdown. Daryl Johnson is showing this bravery, going in, doing everything he can to get this win. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. A great scramble right there. We head into the 4th. Another deep touchdown to Winkleman. Throws this one deep, and look at this. Oh my God. Another pinpoint accurate pass by Mo. Look at this throw. Gets it just barely over the head of the safety here. This was a good release, and it was this little hesitation by Fields that allowed him to do it, because when you go up against a fast guy like this, you just got to bail. He thinks he's going to be able to cover the ground. He sees him taking his shot, and he's looking at him, and when he turns around to the ball, it's already too late. Right over his head, touchdown. Man, what a game. Baylor able to score right there. And then we get another touchdown by Baylor. This was what sealed the game right here. And just able to win his route. I'm not sure. And this was man coverage. He just killed him on this route. You can see Ty Gooden here at the top. Nasty route. Just nasty. Couldn't keep up with him here. And that's what you kind of get when you're on the outside into the formation off the line of scrimmage. You get a great job to do a release and really be able to get into your route here. He drawed him in with a nice little inside release, getting inside Fields. Fakes inside by turning his head, and then sharp break to the outside, and there's just no recuperating from that. Just broke him down. Great separation. Great play, great catch. Touchdown, Bears. And the final touchdown of the game. 4th down for Daryl Johnson. And he's still got faith in his receivers. Just throws this one up, one-on-one. Boom, catch made. I'm not sure what the safety was doing here. He didn't measure that up right either. You got to put the height on the ball. Back of the end zone. Nick Baskine with the catch over Hanspar Jr. Baylor able to get on the board. Onside. I wish they had the onside kick where we could get a look at that again, because, man, they had that. They had the win right there. I don't know what the special teams man was doing. He kicked the ball instead of recovering it. And unfortunate for Baylor. They couldn't get to stop. This was the run, I believe, that won the game. No, they don't have it. It was the counter run play right here. That I believe got it. Yeah, counter run play on this 2nd and 7. Was just able to get it. But that's going to do it here. Big shout out to everyone who stayed and watched this game, man. I should have said, if you haven't already before most people left, to smash that like button and subscribe to the RFL. We got more action. This was the final game of Week 4. Week 5 starts up on Thursday. Get ready for some more big games. We're moving to Sim Pro, and we're going to stick with it. Not going to move back to arcade anymore. I've seen still explosive games without it being on arcade, so that is the big side, and that was a big push on why I really made that decision to move to Pro and to Sim instead. And man, we got a great last game from arcade here before it was all said and done. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys at the podcast tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. A lot of guys keep thinking it's at 8. It's at 8:30. Put it on the post all the time. And Yeah, it's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner, play-by-play commentator, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.